reactions and impressions of the new Superman movie. The premiere of the latest Superman movie in Los Angeles sparked a wave of reactions and impressions on social media, thanks to the lifting of the social embargo. This embargo allows viewers to share their first impressions, without writing full reviews or giving scores. Here's a summary of what's being said about the movie. Initial reactions. The responses to the film have been mostly positive, with about 70% of viewers praising the production. However, there is a portion who consider the film merely acceptable, suggesting it could have been better. These reactions are somewhat reminiscent of those to the Flash movie, which may be concerning for some fans. Well-known critics like Brandon Davis highlighted that Superman is a triumph for the new DC universe. It's a comic book story that has come to life, overflowing with hope and fulfillment, bringing tears of joy. He also stated that Superman is for everyone, and praised David Cornway's performance as Superman and Clark Kent. Other critics like Brian Roth said that Superman is great. It's the superhero movie that comes closest to the comics ever made. Probably closer to the Spider-Man movies, but much more fantastic. However, not all the reviews were positive. Eric Marin, for example, stated that Superman fails. Instead of soaring high and recycled thematic elements that made James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy an underdog story we could root for. Praise and criticism. Despite the mixed reviews, many people praised the film, highlighting the performances of David, Rachel Brosnahan, and Nicholas Hoult. The film was also praised for its family-friendly and light-hearted approach, making it ideal for children. However, some reviews pointed out flaws in the script and the film's episodic structure. Historical context of Superman in cinema. Superman is one of the most iconic characters in pop culture, having made his first appearance in comics in 1938. Since then, he has been adapted into various media, including radio, television, and film. The first significant film adaptation was Superman and the Mole Man in 1951, but it was the film series that began with Superman. The movie in 1978, directed by Richard Donner and starring Christopher Reeve, that truly cemented the character in the popular imagination. Donner's film series is often praised for its balanced tone of drama and comedy, as well as its innovative special effects for the time. Christopher Reeve became synonymous with the character, bringing a unique combination of strength and vulnerability to the role. After the initial success, the franchise continued with several sequels, although not all of them were as well received as the first film. In the 2000s, there was an attempt to reboot the franchise with Superman Returns in 2006, directed by Bryan Singer and starring Brandon Routh. The film was a tribute to Donner's movies, but it failed to fully capture the spirit of the modern era, resulting in a mixed reception. The new Superman movie, context and production. The most recent Superman film, directed by James Gunn, represents a new attempt to revitalize the character for a new generation. James Gunn, known for his work on Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad, brought a unique approach to the character, blending humor, action, and drama in a way that resonates with modern audiences. The production of the film began amid high expectations, especially after Gunn's success with other superhero movies. The cast includes David Corenswet as Superman, Clark Kent, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The casting was carefully planned to bring a new dynamic to the Superman universe, with actors who could capture the essence of the characters while adding their own unique interpretations. The director's vision. James Gunn is known for his distinctive style, which often includes a mix of irreverent humor and deeply emotional moments. In interviews, Gunn spoke about his vision for the Superman film, emphasizing the importance of capturing the essence of the character, while updating it for modern times. He mentioned that he wanted to create a film that was faithful to the comics, but also accessible to new fans. Gunn also talked about the importance of balancing the tone of the film, ensuring that it would be fun and exciting, but also have moments of emotional depth. He cited Richard Donner's films as an influence, but also mentioned that he wanted to bring something new and fresh to the franchise. Audience reception in different regions. The reception of the Superman film has varied in different regions of the world. In the United States, reactions have been mostly positive, with many fans praising Gunn's approach and the cast's performances. However, as previously mentioned, there have also been mixed reviews, with some viewers feeling that the film could have been better. In Europe, the film has also been well received, with many critics praising the blend of humor and action. However, some European critics have been more reserved, pointing out flaws in script and the film's structure. In Asia, the film has received a more mixed reception. While some fans appreciated the modern take on the character, others felt that the film did not fully capture the spirit of Superman. In Japan, for example, Some critics pointed out that the film was too Western in its approach and did not fully resonate with the local audience. In-depth analysis of the reviews. The criticisms of the Superman film can be divided into several categories, each highlighting different aspects of the movie. Let's explore some of these categories in detail. Praise for the acting. One of the most praised areas of the film has been the performance of the main cast has been a highlight. David Corenswet has been widely praised for his portrayal of Superman, Clark Kent, with many critics noting his ability to capture the essence of the character. Rachel Brosnahan has also been praised for her portrayal of Lois Lane, with many critics highlighting her chemistry with Corenswet. Nicholas Hoult, as Lex Luthor, has received acclaim for his unique take on the iconic villain. Holtz brought a different approach to the character, making him more complex and multifaceted than in previous adaptations. Criticism of the script. One of the most criticized aspects of the film has been the script. Some critics felt that the script was too episodic, giving the impression that the film was made up of several smaller stories rather than a cohesive narrative. This resulted in a fragmented viewing experience for some viewers. Additionally, some critics felt that the script did not fully explore the themes and characters, resulting in a film that seemed superficial in some aspects. This was particularly evident in the exploration of the film's political themes, which some critics felt were handled in a very simplistic way. Praise for the direction and visual effects. James Gunn's direction has been widely praised, with many critics highlighting his ability to balance humor, action, and drama. The film's visual effects have also been praised, with many critics highlighting the quality of the animation and special effects. The film has also been praised for its cinematography, with many critics noting the visual beauty of the movie. The action scenes in particular have been praised for their choreography and execution, with many critics highlighting the excitement and thrill they bring. Criticisms of the film structure. Some critics felt that the film structure was problematic, with a sense that the movie was too long and, at times, dragged on. This resulted in a tiring viewing experience for some audience members who felt that the film could have been more concise. Additionally, some critics felt that the film tried to do too much, with too many subplots and characters that were not fully explored. This resulted in a film that felt overloaded and confusing in some respects. Conclusion. The latest Superman film, directed by James Gunn, is an interesting and complex addition to the franchise. While the film has been praised for its acting, direction, and visual effects, it has also faced criticism for its script and structure. However, despite the criticism, the film seems to be a welcome addition to the DC universe, bringing a new approach to the iconic character. As the film continues to be released worldwide, it will be interesting to see how it is received by different audiences and how it fits into the broader context of the DC cinematic universe. Regardless of the criticism, one thing is certain. Superman remains one of the most beloved and iconic characters in pop culture, and his journey on the big screen is far from over.